He is known for originating the cosmogonic theory of the four classical elements. He is recognized for proposing forces called love and strife to mix and separate the elements. He challenged the practice of animal sacrifice and developed a distinctive doctrine of reincarnation. His name is Empedocles. In the ancient Greek city of Akragas, there lived a philosopher named Empedocles. Known for his profound ideas and unique perspective on the world, Empedocles challenged the traditional practices of his time. Born into a society that practiced animal sacrifice and regarded animals as a source of food, Empedocles saw beyond the common belief and sought a more compassionate way of living. Empedocles believed in the interconnectedness of all living beings. He saw the beauty and harmony in nature and understood the value of every creature. Inspired by his empathy and compassion, he challenged the prevailing practice of sacrificing animals and killing them for food. He believed that every living being had a right to life and that the cycle of existence did not require unnecessary harm to be inflicted. Moreover, Empedocles developed a unique doctrine of reincarnation, emphasizing the eternity and transmigration of the soul. He saw life as an interconnected web, where each individual played a significant role in the cosmic dance of existence. His philosophy not only questioned societal norms but also challenged the widely accepted perception of death. Empedocles' ideas were not just confined to philosophical writings, but they permeated his life and actions. His legacy lies in his groundbreaking ideas and his courage to stand against the norms of his time. Empedocles' compassion for all living beings and his belief in the interconnectedness of life continue to inspire thinkers, philosophers, and compassionate individuals to this day. Empedocles, a philosopher from ancient Greece, had a revolutionary understanding of the creation and structure of the world. He believed that everything in existence was composed of four elemental roots: fire, air, water, and earth. These elements formed the foundation of all structures and were constantly changing and rearranging in different combinations. In his philosophy, Empedocles described the process of growth, increase, and decrease as the aggregation and segregation of these elements. He saw that nothing new could come into being. Instead, the only change that occurred was the rearrangement of the elements themselves. This concept of the four elements became widely accepted dogma for the next 2,000 years. Empedocles recognized that for these elements to mix and separate, there must be moving powers at play. He posited the existence of two divine forces, love and strife. Love was responsible for the attraction between different forms of matter, while strife caused their separation. These forces were not only observable in human behavior but also pervaded the entire universe. They waxed and waned in dominance, but neither force could escape the influence of the other. According to Empedocles, there was a time when the elements and the two powers coexisted in a state of rest and inertness within a sphere. Love predominated in the sphere, keeping the pure elements united, while strife guarded the sphere's edges. However, as time passed, strife gained more sway, and the bond holding the elements together dissolved. This led to the diverse and contrasting phenomena we see today. Empedocles believed in a cyclical universe, where the elements would eventually return, preparing the formation of the sphere for the next period. Empedocles' philosophy not only explained the formation and separation of elements but also delved into the origin of plants, animals, and the physiology of humans. He observed that as the elements combined in various ways, strange and imperfect structures would arise but quickly disappear. Only when the parts of these structures were suited to each other would they endure. This understanding of the organic universe, born from spontaneous aggregations, provided insights into the diversity of life. Empedocles' philosophy of cosmogony offers a unique perspective on existence. It reminds us that everything in life is in a constant state of change, with elements coming together and moving apart. By embracing the forces of love and strife, we can navigate the variations and harmonies of daily life. It teaches us to find balance between attraction and separation, recognizing the importance of aligning ourselves with the elements that suit us best. Empedocles, a philosopher from ancient Greece, had a unique perspective on life and the soul. Like Pythagoras, he believed in the transmigration of the soul, the idea that our souls can be reincarnated in different forms. According to Empedocles, humans were originally divine beings who fell to earth after committing a crime. As a result, they had to endure 30,000 cycles of reincarnation before they could return to the realm of divinity. During their lifetimes, people's behavior would determine their next incarnation. Those who were wise and learned the secrets of life were closer to the divine and closer to breaking free from the cycle of rebirth. Empedocles saw all living things, including plants and animals, as equal on a spiritual level. He even advocated for vegetarianism, believing that animals were inhabited by souls being punished. But Empedocles was not just concerned with the soul, he was also a scholar of light and vision. He proposed that light takes time to travel and that we see objects because light streams out of our eyes and touches them. While his theory had flaws, it laid the foundation for future developments in optics by later Greek philosophers and mathematicians. Empedocles believed that knowledge came from the interaction of elements within ourselves and the world around us. He explained that our bodies are filled with pores that allow us to perceive the elements in our surroundings. Perception occurs when particles from our senses meet similar particles from the objects we observe. It is an active process, not just a passive reflection of external stimuli. Furthermore, Empedocles applied his understanding of perception to explain respiration. He likened it to the movement of liquid in a clepsydra, an ancient device used to measure time. While some have connected this analogy to the concept of void, there is no evidence that Empedocles experimented with clepsydras or believed in the existence of void. Empedocles' philosophy offers us a unique perspective on life, the soul, and perception. It encourages us to consider the interconnectedness of all living things and to be mindful of our actions. His ideas on knowledge and perception remind us that our understanding of the world is a dynamic and active process. And his insights into light and vision laid the groundwork for future scientific discoveries. Empedocles' philosophy remains relevant today and can help us navigate our daily lives with a deeper appreciation for the world around us. Empedocles, a renowned philosopher of the ancient Greek world, lived during the early 5th century BC in the city of Akragas in Magna Graecia, present-day Sicily. Though the exact dates of his birth and death remain unknown, historical accounts agree that he hailed from a wealthy and noble family. It is even said that his grandfather, also named Empedocles, achieved a victory in the horse race at Olympia, a prestigious athletic event of that time. As tales of his life reach us from records of the Hellenistic period, several centuries after his passing, separating fact from fiction becomes a challenge. Many scholars believe that these accounts were mere interpretations of Empedocles' poetry and not reliable historical evidence. For instance, the claim of Aristotle that he was the father of rhetoric and his alleged tutelage under Pythagoras are now deemed chronologically impossible. Nevertheless, Empedocles' philosophical contributions endure and continue to captivate the minds of scholars and thinkers alike. His ideas were often presented through poetic and metaphorical language, which means much of his wisdom is found in his literary works rather than in historical accounts of his life. While there is skepticism around his alleged role as a doctor and miracle worker, it is his philosophical insights that truly define his legacy. Empedocles embraced the belief in the interconnectedness of all things, proposing that the universe is composed of 4 elements: earth, air, fire, and water. A famous quote attributed to him reflects this notion. Empedocles saw these elements as the fundamental building blocks of existence, constantly transforming and combining to create the diverse phenomena we observe in the world. In our daily lives, Empedocles' philosophy can remind us of the harmony and balance found in nature. It encourages us to recognize the interconnectedness of all things and to appreciate the ever-changing nature of the world around us. By understanding that all elements and forces are in perpetual motion and transformation, we can better navigate the complexities of life and find solace in the inherent unity present in the universe.
Do you want to explore more philosophers? Who do you want to see featured next? Subscribe and leave a comment below to let me know. I'll see you in the next video.